Alrighty, everybody, we'll be opening our meeting with 1.0, opening our meeting at 6:45. Do we have a request for interpretation if needed? Would anybody need interpretation? We do? We have it covered? Okay, awesome. Alrighty, so 2.0, call to order. We have Adrian here. Alice,
Here.
Merced,
Here.
John,
Here.
Freddie, here. Sabrina, absent. We could all stand for the flag salute.
Ready? Salute.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Moving on to 4.0, adoption of the agenda. 4.1, adoption of the agenda is requested as presented. Do I-
Motion? No?
Motion.
Second.
Motion by John, second by Merced. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried forward, 4-0. 5.0, consent calendar. 5.1, approval of the regular board meeting minutes for January 13th, 2026.
Motion.
Second.
Motion by Alice, second by Merced. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried, 4-0. 5.2, approval of release warrants dated December 19th, 2025 in the amount of $937,684.29. December 30th, 2025 in the amount of $101,088.84. January 8th, 2026 in the amount of $144,832.87. January 15th, 2026 in the amount of $174,521.53.
Motion.
Second.
Motion by Alice, second by John. 5.3, approval of Aries Con Spring 2026 on March 10th through 12th, 2026 at Monterey, California.
Motion.
Second.
Motion by Zamora, second by Alice. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried, 4-0. 6.0, awards, presentations. 6.1, student board member report.
Good evening, board president, school board members, Superintendent Mendez, school administrators, teachers, and community members. My name is Adrian Mejia, and I am the Associated Student Body President at Farmersville High School. It is my pleasure to be here tonight as a representative of FHS. Tonight, I would like to share some activities happening at Farmersville High School. Our Aztecs returned from winter break on the 14th of January, ready to get back into the swing of things and focus on their studies. It has been great to see such a positive transition back to the classroom, with students demonstrating high levels of engagement and a clear commitment to finishing the semester strong. In addition to the work in the classroom, we are seeing fantastic student leadership throughout the campus, especially from our ASB students. Students have been exhibiting positive behavior and a renewed focus on attendance. This culture of respect and accountability is reflected in our recent academic achievements, including our school's improved state test scores. FHS plans to continue this momentum going on. We Aztecs strive for excellence in every period. Our varsity boys soccer team advanced to an impressive 18-3 record and having a winning streak of 8 games. This is a truly remarkable season for this team. Girls soccer are also having a great season and are in the hunt for league champs. Both teams are braving the cold weather this year, and we support their efforts. Boys and girls wrestling teams have been finding success in competing in wrestling duels and tournaments to build experience and mat time to all wrestlers. One of our Aztecs, Sergio Valencia Jr., is currently ranked 38th in the state for wrestling. He is making a statement this season and putting Farmersville on the map. Let's cheer him on as he pushes through the postseason and continues to represent our school with pride. Boys basketball has made a remarkable turnaround this season and is in the hunt to make the playoffs. This team has shown a huge amount of adversity, and they don't show any signs of slowing down. We look forward to seeing their continued progress as they fight for a spot in the postseason. Girls basketball has also had wins and losses, but are relentless in their efforts to make every game exciting. Best of luck to our winter sports teams, and continue to demonstrate them with Aztec pride. In closing, I would like to thank the school board and Superintendent Mendez for the opportunity to share great things happening at Farmersville High School. Let's go Aztecs!
All right.
Thank you, Adrian, for the awesome school report. We really appreciate it. And you being here today. You know, we always welcome our students to come in and be board members. So definitely keep it up. You're doing a great job.
Thank you.
Awesome. 6.2, recognition of retiree.
Yes, school board, we have Mr. Tony Melendez coming up to recognize one of our valued members, staff members that have.
Tony's not retiring? It's just, who's speaking?
He's only speaking.
Good evening, board members, staff, and public. Yes, I'm here to kind of recognize Mr. Hernandez. Okay, Mr. Hernandez, on behalf of Farmersville Unified School District and the entire maintenance operation, transportation, facilities department, I want to extend our sincere congratulations to you and your retirement. Your 17 years of service in this district have made a lasting impact that reached for far beyond the buildings you helped maintain. As a custodian, you did more than keep our campuses clean. You helped create a safe, welcoming environment where students can learn, staff could teach, and our community could thrive. Your willingness to step in and assist not only with custodial responsibilities, but also supporting maintenance and grounds needs across the district truly sets you apart. You have always been someone who could be counted on, whether it's preparing campuses for major events, responding to your urgent needs, or helping wherever. An extra hand was required. You consistently showed dedication, reliability, and pride in your work. That kind of commitment is not easily replaced and has been deeply appreciated by our departments and school site staff. Employees like you are a big part of what keeps a district running smoothly beyond the scenes. While the students and staff may not always see the full scope of what you did each day, your work made a difference every single day. As you begin this new chapter, we hope retirement brings you time to relax, enjoy your family and friends, and focus on the things you love most. You have more than earned. Thank you again for your years of service, your teamwork, the care you showed to our schools and facilities. You leave behind a strong legacy, our sincere gratitude. Wish you all the best for your retirement. Thank you, Mr. Hernandez.
Awesome.
I want to thank Ms. Janie Hernandez for being here, representing her husband.
I just want to say a few words. I just wanted to say that although Steve, although Steve had valid reasons for not being here, I came here to accept this on his behalf because I felt he deserved this not only for himself, but for his family. He was a dedicated, hard worker. He loved working here. He worked many nights. His only regret was missing out on so many of his boys' games because he had to work those night shifts. But like my mom would say, querías familia, meaning you wanted a family, so he did what he had to do. But God saw his hard work, his dedication, and he rewarded him. And he's totally enjoying his retirement now. He's happier than a kid at a candy store. So because of this, I'm truly blessed that he's home, and I know he truly deserves this. So thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, definitely. We just like to always thank those who do retire here with the district, put in so many years and just dedication to the district and the families here. Steve was definitely one of my baseball coaches growing up, and I know he means a lot to this community. And I'm just happy to see him retire here and just being able to enjoy his grandkids and just his next chapter in life. Just praying blessings and just comfort and just good things for him moving forward. Awesome. So we'll move on to 6.3, which is Big Brothers, Big Sisters presentation.
We have Miss Alma Espinoza, who's going to introduce our team from Big Brothers and Big Sisters.
Good evening, board members, Superintendent Mr. Mendez, administrators, district staff, parents, and community members. Tonight, I'm pleased to introduce our valued community partner, Big Brothers Big Sisters of Central California, who has been working closely with their expanded learning program. Through this partnership, our students are matched with caring, consistent mentors who support their social-emotional growth, confidence, and overall well-being. The program aligns seamlessly with their expanded learning goals by providing positive role models, fostering meaningful relationship, and creating safe space where students feel supported both academically and personally. We are grateful for their continued commitment to our students and our district. At this time, I would like to welcome Big Brothers Big Sisters of Central California President and CEO Deanna Pacon to tell you more about this award, and Joanna Andrade, Farmersville Coordinator for our expanded learning program in Big Brothers Big Sisters.
Oh my goodness, good evening, everybody. You guys, you're in for a treat. This is a huge deal. I've been the president and CEO for almost 15 years at Big Brothers Big Sister. I'm so excited because Farmersville love this community. Wonderful, wonderful family, great superintendent, the staff. You guys are so welcoming, and my heart is so happy because I can't wait to share with you. So check this out. Every year we pick a high school big brother and a high school big sister of the year, someone that went above and beyond, that just really was there for their little, and that was not an easy choice. So how did they get chosen? Their coordinator would select someone, and we're in 21 school districts. We represent Madera, Fresno, Kings, and Tulare. Oh, the other superintendents be like, who won, Diane? Farmersville. So this is going to be everywhere. So we're so excited, and it was not an easy task. And luckily, I wasn't one of the judges because we had a lot of candidates that, they were selected. So they write up a description about what they've done, why they deserve that title. And then I would have to get my board members or donors, community leaders, to then decide who is deserving of this title. Very excited and proud to say that one of your own made it. And this could go national because there's 400 Big Brothers Big Sisters nationwide. And then we could definitely, put whoever won. I'll keep the suspense, and you're going to tell them all about it, right? So again, congratulations, be proud. This is a huge, huge deal. I'm so proud of Farmersville. You guys have created great leaders here. So come and tell them who won and the nomination, everything.
Good evening. My name is Joanna Andrade, Program Coordinator with Big Brothers Big Sisters. Tonight it is my pleasure to present the Big of the Year Award to an outstanding mentor and role model, Cielo Jacuinde. Cielo has been part of the program for 2 years, and during that time, she has consistently gone above and beyond in everything she does. She has created a positive, welcoming environment, not only for her little, but for the students in our program. Her kindness, reliability, and genuine care are evident in every interaction. Cielo's little, Roberto, which is here with us today, he has shown remarkable growth since being matched with her. Her impact is best reflected in the words of Roberto's parent, who has shared that Roberto has advanced in program, and Cielo has helped him greatly with his academics, especially as he is enrolled in dual language classes. Roberto is always happy to see her during program time, and he truly enjoys being with her. Cielo continues to be a positive influence by showing consistency, offering encouragement, and providing meaningful support. Her dedication reflects the very best of what Big Brothers Big Sisters stands for. So for those reasons, it is an honor to recognize Cielo Jacuinde as our Big of the Year for 2026. Please join me in congratulating Cielo on this well-deserved recognition.
This is kind of shocking. I always knew I really wanted to work with kids when I was younger, so I knew I had to kind of take up this opportunity when I had the chance. And just like him, I kind of look forward to it every week, every Wednesdays. It's always exciting to see him. We always talk about the most randomest things that we could talk about. But I know that when I do leave the high school, I am going to miss him a little bit because he became part of my routine every Wednesday. But yeah, thank you.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you can just pull down the mic for him. That way we could hear him.
I'll stand next to you. A little nervous. It's okay to be nervous. I was nervous too. Everybody gets nervous. You want to talk about your big sister? What did you like about the program, or what did you do with your big sister that you enjoy?
Playing and doing my homework. I especially like doing my homework.
Oh, wow. That's huge. That is huge. Anything else you want to say about your big sister?
She's nice. She always gets me presents when it's Christmas. That's all.
That's great. That's great. Thank you. Thank you. And usually when we do these events, we do at the pep rally, we do something really big, and this is so amazing. I love it that we're doing at the school district meeting. So if you guys don't mind, I want to put it in the newsletter. I want to send it to national and try to get it in the news and the paper. Can we take a group
Yes.
photo?
Yes.
Like you guys stand up with
Yeah, we'll stand up here.
and the family as well.
Yes.
Have a big powwow photo.
Let's have the family up front, the school board.
No, you're part of the board. Right, yeah. I have a photographer, so don't worry. Come on, everybody involved, you guys are all here to celebrate this beautiful occasion. Let's see. I gotta get somebody short in front of me.
Alfredo, you want to put that right over here?
Two generations. Yeah.
Can you see everybody? So Monica, can you get everybody? Yeah, like this. Anybody in the back missing? Do we need a bin? Do we need a bin?
We can pull some of those chairs up front too, so people can sit. We don't mind at all.
Put some chairs in the level it. Okay, let's level it, guys. So let me put some chair on the front. We do, right.
That's right.
You guys are family. We want the family in the front. Don't be shy. You guys want to be in the front? Come on. It's getting too wide here. You sit right there.
Yeah, try to scoot in as much as you can on the sides.
Did it with 150 the other day. We could do it.
We have too many coming on this side.
Maybe move that way. Everybody
Yeah,
move to
they
the
gotta,
left.
they gotta stretch out a
There you
little.
go.
There you
There
go.
you go.
There we go. Perfect. Get in.
Right there, Ella, you get in front of me. You get in front of me, Ella.
You're not gonna be safe.
Yeah, right there.
Make sure. No, you. Okay.
Okay.
No, you're perfectly fine. You don't need, you're good.
Okay. Got it? Sorry. It's a very important picture. We wanna do
Oh,
it.
yeah, this is way better. Yeah, let me see a picture.
Do you want us to scoot over this way in the back?
Say that again?
Do you want us to scoot over this way in the back?
No, you guys are perfect.
Balance?
Okay, yeah. Okay, on 3. 1, 2, 3. All right. Can you guys do a funny picture?
By the way, huh?
Ready? 1, 2, 3. Awesome. Thank you.
One more.
One more.
We do have have the newspaper here.
Oh, okay.
1, 2, 3.
Good.
Thank you, Karen. I know these are for me, but.
That's funny.
Thank you for letting me do that.
Okay.
So we did have somebody from the newspaper here, right there.
It's not 30 minutes every day, but I'm going to send this to you.
Yes,
Yeah.
it is. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
Appreciate you.
Yeah, we're going to come out.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Meet you.
Oh, thank you.
Come and check out the program.
Well, thank you everybody.
You both. Okay.
Yep, heading out. Take care, Rachel.
Thank you guys. Congratulations.
Yep.
So much.
Senor.
It's good to see you again, man. Take care.
Stay blessed. Take care. Everybody knows him. Yeah. Definitely. That's funny. Awesome.
We have Paul here. You let anybody in, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, they're good. They're good.
Yeah. That's so funny. All right. Okay. Ready?
Yeah, I think we have our next step.
Alrighty, so first just a comment on the Big Brothers Big Sisters presentation. That was beautiful. You know, like she said, out of 400 people, we were the one, and like that's amazing because I think one of the things we've always been that we've been talking about a lot this year. You know, why not Farmersville? Why not us? And right now, today, that shows that is us. We are those individuals, and you know, parents out there who possibly are watching this or just listening, just want to let you guys know, this is one program that really caters to the students and helps them academically. And like the parents to say that their child has really, grown from where he was at to now, like that means a lot. I know for a parent, from me speaking for my son as well, just knowing that there's a program out there to involve him in, to help him and elevate his skills is definitely a blessing to have here in our community. So I'm really proud of that, and I'm glad to say that we have it. Definitely. So we'll move on to 8.0, which is public comments. Members of the public may address the board on any agenda item or other item of interest within the subject matter jurisdiction of the board before or during the governing board's consideration of the item. The board is not able to discuss or take action on any item not appearing on the agenda. Pursuant or board policy, the board may limit individual comments to no more than 3 minutes and individual topics to 20 minutes. Please begin your comments by stating your name.
So we do have one, but before that, the board asks that during public comment, everyone be respectful of the speakers. Members of the public should not interrupt or interject while another person is giving their public comment. During the public comments, there shall be no use of foul language. Should a member of the public have a concern about a specific employee, we ask that you direct those concerns to myself after this meeting so that the concerns can be handled through the proper procedures. Please do not use employee or student names during public comments. School board and members here this evening, we do have one, Mr. Charlie Metcalf. His agenda item is uniforms.
Nice.
Good evening, everybody. I just wanted to come to thank you guys for taking the time to listen to our concern about our uniforms, and our new uniforms are badass.
Nice.
So I want to appreciate you guys taking the time to listen to us and let us pick some better uniforms. That's all I got to say.
Thank you,
Awesome.
Mr.
Thank you.
Mejia. Appreciate it.
We appreciate that.
Thanks, sir.
Alrighty. Moving on to 8.1, superintendent comments.
Well, good evening, everybody. What a beautiful way to engage with our community today. I mean, we heard some amazing comments from Mr. Metcalf. I will never forget because, you know, we talked about the importance of our appearances and looking good and feeling good when we're supporting our community. So thank you for those things. But what an amazing way to engage with our community today. We were one of 21 districts, 4 different areas that Big Brothers and Big Sisters represented, and Farmersville got to be the number 1. There are a lot of great things that are happening at the site level, at the district level, but what a privilege. I want to say thank you to our parents, everyone that's watching, and everybody that's here. Thank you to the parents for giving us that amazing privilege to be able to support your children and the ability to support this community. So that's huge for Farmersville Unified School District. We're grateful to partner with agencies that share our same mission, which is to support our students and to help them achieve their goals. I do want to make it a point. We'd like to extend our sincere appreciation to Big Brothers, Big Sisters for partnering with their school district. Every year at the beginning of the school year, not only are they helping us represent the great things that are happening here, but they support us with supplies. They do a lot of different things for our students. So I want to say a big thank you to them. I want to thank our Extended Learning Opportunities program, because through Alma's leadership and coordination, we have agency partners that are coming on board and supporting the needs of our community. Okay, we have advocates that are promoting the dreams of our students on a daily basis. I want to thank the City of Farmersville. We do have Mr. Boyer here representing the City of Farmersville. Thank you for your continued partnership. The moves that have been happening just recently, but even in the last 3 years, of guaranteeing the safe passage of our students to our schools. Okay, the cleanliness, the sidewalks, the crosswalks, the lighting, the collaboration between our MOTF department and busing and the City of Farmersville to guarantee that we have a clear and concise way of recognizing when we're on a foggy day schedule. Thank you to the City of Farmersville. To our site administrators and our district administrators, you advocate very well. We have some things that are brewing at the elementary level that I do not want to steal our elementary principals' thunder, but we have KC24, Channel 30, TCOE. We have the Sun Gazette with Ms. Kara's here today that are helping us promote the things that are happening. So I will not steal your thunder, elementary, but we would love to hear the great things that are happening soon enough at one of our updates. To our district administrators, the work that you do to guarantee that textbooks, supplies, professional development is being presented in a way that our teachers also accept, right, and need. I value that, and I thank you so much. Our teachers and support staff, your hands are on the clay. We just heard some amazing things about Mr. Steve Hernandez, the 17 years that he gave to Farmersville Unified School District, and the things that he had to give up, okay, to help support our community. Same thing with our teachers and the rest of our support staff. So I want to thank you, okay? We are creating a safe place for our students to achieve. And I just want to reaffirm that commitment with our agency partners. Together we're going to build something. We are building something, and we're focusing on the future. We recognize that our foundation has been shaky in the past, but we're edifying that, and we're scaffolding into the future. And we need our agency partners to commit and do things together. So I want to thank you for that. And I'll always end every single one of my messages with great things are happening. Because if we don't tell that story, someone else will. And it's very important that we magnify the great things that are happening. Okay? Because great things are happening in Farmersville. So Farmersville up. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. We appreciate that. Awesome. Alrighty, moving on to 10.0, K through 8 issues. 10.1, approval of Kiwanis Club donation to Farmersville Junior High School Builders Club.
Motion.
Second.
Motion by Zamora, second by Alice. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried 4-0. And really quick, before I move on, I just want to let everybody know, we are going to move on to our normal business, and you do not have to hang out if you have something to do, so feel free to rock and roll if you need to. But if you hang around, thank you guys. All right. 10.2, approval of Avid field trip to CSU Bakersfield on March 18th, 2026 at Bakersfield, California.
Motion.
Second.
Motion by John, second by Miss Alice. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried 4-0. Moving on to 11.0, high school issues. 11.1, sports athletic presentation, Farmersville High School and Farmersville Junior High.
As school board, we heard loud and clear the importance of us aligning ourselves. Dr. Gonzalez and Mr. Chris Sanchez and Mr. Mesa have been working, also athletic director at the junior high, have been working very hard to guarantee we meet those needs. So I'll hand it over to Dr. Gonzalez.
So good evening, school board members, Superintendent Mendez, Farmersville Unified School District staff, and members of our community. I'm Jesus Gonzalez, the proud principal at Farmersville High School. And joining me this evening is Mr. Sanchez, the junior high principal, and Mr. Mesa, the high school athletic director. A couple of months ago, the board raised important questions regarding our high school and junior high athletic programs. Those questions were heard, thoughtfully considered, and have since guided meaningful collaboration among the site administrators, athletic directors, and the coaching staff. Our goal throughout this process has been to ensure strengthening current practices while looking for ways to increase consistency, improve student-athlete safety, and alignment between schools with district expectations, CIF guidelines, and most important, support the needs of our student-athletes and families. This evening, we will share how we are working to address the board's questions and steps we are taking to strengthen our athletic programs while addressing long-term practices that may need to be tweaked or changed. The three questions raised by the school board were as following. What communication methods are used between coaches and players and families? These include questions around consistent platforms or practices for sharing information and addressing concerns. Second question that was asked, how are CIF requirements or CIF recommended online trainings being used to support coaches? Specifically, how training expectations can be established and aligned with best practices at the high school level expectations and middle school level. And third question, do athletic programs have individual expectation contracts, and how are those contracts aligned with the school's student, athlete, and parent handbook? These include a request to explore greater alignment while maintaining appropriate autonomy for individual programs. We appreciate the board's guidance and ongoing partnership, and we look forward to sharing some of the collaborative work that has taken place in response to these questions. So to begin with the first questions, we're gonna have Mr. Mesa kind of discuss where we're at with that.
Good evening, board members, Superintendent Mendez, Farmersville Unified School District admin and staff, and Farmersville community members. My name is David Meza. I'm the athletic director for the high school. So just trying to answer the questions that were previously raised. There's definitely different ways, different modes that coaches currently are communicating with their student athletes. I've had the opportunity to collaborate with coaches. Some are currently using Stacks, which is similar to the Band app. That's something that we as a site are currently pushing the coaches towards using a lot more. So we have Stacked, we have Google Classroom, Parent Square, and then we also have, at the moment, we're trying to kind of remedy it, right? Large group texts amongst student athletes. So to kind of solve and make sure that these questions are being kind of answered, currently encouraging coaches at the moment to start, tinkering and start getting themselves a little bit familiar with the Band app. So everybody, parents included, right? They kind of understand how that works, and also making sure that everybody's kind of on the same page. For our CIF coaches trainings, we actually have 5. We have CPR and first aid. We have sudden cardiac arrest, concussion in sport, heat illness, and last but not least is that fundamentals of coaching. I'm happy to say that all of our head coaches at the moment have, completed their trainings. We currently have 22 coaches on the winter sports teams, and all 22 have completed that training. Currently looking forward to the spring sports as well. There are a few that we're looking to getting the fundamentals of coaching done. If I'm not mistaken, new coaches, they actually have 1 season, 1 year to get that fundamentals of coaching done, unless they're planning to coach the next season's sport. So if they're brand new coaches to us, right? At the beginning, the fundamentals of coaching, they have 1 year, but once that year is up, that fundamentals of coaching has to be taken care of, and it's communicated to the coaches as well when they need to update their trainings, and also what trainings they need to complete. And kind of how I mentioned, looking forward to the spring sports. Currently have 12 coaches that are planning to be a part of the staff, and then actually working with a few to get that fundamentals of coaching training done through NFHS Learn. All right. And then I'll hand it off to Mr. Sanchez.
Hello, everyone, board members, Mr. Mendez, everyone here, everyone watching. My name is Chris Sanchez. I'm the proud principal of Farmersville Junior High School. Mr. Romo could not be here, who's our athletic director, due to a rescheduled game at the high school. He also coaches there. But I was the AD at the junior high for about 4 years, AD at the high school for 1 year. We've been collaborating, and we've been collaborating a little bit more since we started hearing the questions. At the end of the day, the junior high's purpose is to align to the high school. We're the first secondary school. They've been K through 6, so this is new. And we want to make sure that we're getting them ready for the high school. Now that means attendance, academics, behavior as best as we can, and sports. We are not sanctioned by the CIF. However, we do our best to be like the CIF with our students and the leagues that are around. And if you're not aware, we are the Quad League, which consists of Lindsay, Woodlake, and what's the town? Oh yeah, Exeter. And we try to connect with them as much as possible to make sure that we have updated rules for our students and their families. And again, to make sure that they're ready for the high school. Our driving force are certain types of documents. We have the SBSA that helps us with our goals at our site. And then we also have other documents like the student parent handbook. And the student parent handbook is going to have various information from the major pillars: attendance, academics, behavior, and sports. Throughout every year, we're constantly talking about the student handbook because things change and we want to improve. One of those systems is sports. And so at the junior high, we've finally collected. We've always had a contract, but now it's definitely much more aligned to our expectation. 95% attendance, GPA 2.0 or better, and then the behavior. The behavior, obviously, we can't have various consequences and the student participate that day. And there's certain ed code with that. But that document is now a live document that is shared with our coaches. However, there may be a coach that wants to add a little something. And I like to relate it like the syllabus a teacher may have in the classroom. We're all going to have a homework grade. We're all going to have a participation classwork grade. Maybe some may not. But that might that might look different in a history class than a science class. Same thing as a contract. The wrestling contract may look a little bit different than the basketball contract. As long as we are communicating, we are reviewing it, and it has similar guidelines as the parent handbook, we want to support the example that I gave with our teachers and their syllabus, but also we want to support our coaches. And at the junior high, most of our coaches, I would say 98% of our coaches are staff members, so they're very familiar of that expectation. And again, at the end of the day, we want to align with the high school as best as possible, because we're the feeder school. You know, our kids are going to go over there, and so we want to try to give them a snapshot of the expectation.
If I could just add, similar was mentioned, I appreciate that. With high school, same thing. The student parent athletic handbook is in place. There's 19 pages. And what usually happens, and it's been done long-term, is the coaches take that and they condense it to a page or 2 pages, where that goes home and they get signed by the student athlete, the parent, and then the coach, of course. So it's a simple read for them to recognize these are the things that the coaches want to hold the kids accountable for, to make the program safe for all students and all players have fair and equal treatment. So we always reference back to the student athletic parent handbook first and foremost, but individually coaches do have those contracts in place. And what was mentioned already, we always default to that. However, similar to having different programs that have seen different needs, simple needs, then those coaches kind of put those on that paper, so parents kind of recognize that from the beginning of the season and such. Okay, with those 3 questions, do we have any questions for any of us up here at this particular time?
I'm gonna let you guys go first.
So I did have a predominant question. I'm not sure if it was answered. So I guess one of the biggest reluctances I have with this whole concept is I like one form of communication. So it could be relatively even across the board and minimize, coaches or teachers communicating with the students directly through a cell phone. I want to eliminate personally, because I think it's just, you cater a lot of problems if you start doing individual conversations with students, random times throughout the day or night just to communicate. And I just want to take that off the table so we have a form of communicating so it could be recorded of masses. We have to meet, for example, tomorrow, 5 o'clock in the morning to load the bus to go out of town, or it's on a platform where it's documented. It's not an individual text message as in meet me at the school at 5 o'clock in the morning. As a parent, I see that on my kid. I'm like, why do they want to meet you at 5 o'clock in the morning at the school,
Correct. So no, to your point, absolutely. So what we're definitely gonna do, and we're moving, the individual texting, that's not what we're supporting or allowing. I know we're talking about, and the request was Band App. I think that is a really positive one to use across the board. So I know that currently that's the one we're pushing and we're gonna hold to Band App. We do have coaches that are not as tech savvy and they use Parent Square, which is also okay and allowable. Because when you put something on Parent Square, as you guys are familiar, then there's not individual communication. It's kind of broad to all the parents and all the players. So to your point, we want to avoid the individual contacts and more of a group. Parents and students are seeing the same information from the coach, and that is what we're moving towards. So we're not looking to for the high school, it's Band App and Parent Square. I know the middle school, kind of when we talked before, pointed out the fact that most of the coaches are teachers, so they're more comfortable and are to use Parent Square because that's what they use to communicate with their students and parents all the time. So that's something a little bit different between the high school and the junior high.
And to follow up on that, is there a time frame or a consequence if it's not followed through? What I mean by that is usually if you don't follow up, as in by this time this is expected to be done, and if you don't enforce it,
So
we're gonna be a year from now, we're still gonna be doing text message
The
communications.
goal for the high schools after this year, and I say this year, right now the winter sports are not only in season, but we're almost done. But the expectation, this should be public, to your point. Spring's coming about, so we're pushing hard with the spring coaches to look at doing the same thing, either Band App that they're comfortable with. Or remember, we have a lot of walk-on coaches, so they don't have Parent Square, they don't use Parent Square, so we're trying to work with them. If they had a different type of app, then we could look at for this coming season. And then we all have to align to one, which makes it a lot easier. Myself, I'm looking just to 2, Band App and Parent Square.
Okay. Appreciate it.
Other questions, please?
Yeah, I have. So my biggest thing was making sure that all the coaches are CIF, right? Well, along with that is parent volunteers. Parent volunteers should be also. And we do have parent volunteers. I mean, I kind of assist with the softball and I'm certified, but I've been doing it for years. So that they understand, right? Within your contract, the biggest issue we run across is the 2 programs at one time, 2 sports at one time. So in theory, you should have a contract specifically for those 2, because you gotta talk to 2 coaches, right? And the student, they have to be aware, right, of the total hours that they're able to play sports, which is 18 hours in a week. Well, they do that 6 hours a day with 2 sports. And they're not aware of that, then these kids are getting worn out to the point to where they're not good on either end. They're totally worn, all right? Which is part of the handbook. It's in the handbook, all right? CIF rules and regulations go way beyond that, right? Our kids, and then too, and the coaches have to know that the kids are allowed to play 2 sports at one time, right? And that contract, which we don't have, should be aware to both coaches. So one coach cannot dictate, which program they can play on. Well, you can't play this sport because you're playing with me. Can't do that, right? But the student has to be aware that they also may sit the bench, right? They got to be aware of that stuff. They're not aware of that. And I don't think the coaches are aware of that either, because I'm still hearing it. I'm still hearing it say, well, if you do this, you can't play here, right? So, and clearing those type of things up would be great. Now, I like a common contract, but like you say, every coach has their own thing. Some coaches don't allow you to come out and watch the kids practice. I get that, right? But it can't be retaliated. It can't be retaliation for that to happen. In fact, I feel it's like this. Our children, we can walk into a classroom or say, hey, we'd like to come and see our child in the classroom. Okay? I think it should be the same way with sports, because we want to know what's going on. So if the teacher allows us to come in, we can kind of sit there and find out what it is we need to do to help our children, right? And in the sports industry, it's all about, I got to the final point to where I pulled her away from sports and all of a sudden her grades went up, all right? Which is great. We have a program that's in place. But there's not a lot of understanding on that. The contract is the most difficult part. And then we have programs that don't even have a contract. So a standard contract. I know they want to add things in, and fundraising is not required. It's a volunteer. So if they're going to do a fundraiser or whatever, it's not required. It's great if they volunteer and go, but to say, well, if you don't come to help with this fundraiser, you're not going to play. Same thing. It's in the handbook. CIF as well. It's all volunteer stuff. So there's a lot of things that need to be fine-tuned, and the handbook for the high school has some of those things, dual sports and all that, because it follows CIF. The contracts are not following CIF, and that's what we need. We need that contract, whatever you're going to do. If you're going to make 4 different contracts, then make sure they follow the rules and regulation within that contract. That child signs a contract, they have a copy of that contract, right? A lot of kids sign it and they never see it again. They don't even remember what they signed. All right, so we need that to go home with the kids, all right? And then there's no confusion, all right? We're trying to build programs. Our problem is we don't have enough kids to have JV varsity in 2 different sports. We're small, so we have kids playing two sports at one time, pretty much all over the place. So those are the kids we have to make sure that they're not overworked, right? Within the contract, just to state all that they're not worn totally to where they can't come to school and keep up their grades, and it's kind of critical. All right, and CIF training in every sport is a little bit different. Nutrition, hydration, everything is there, right? Well, that's part of the training, okay? So we're missing those little pieces, but you can take care of it, you can handle it. I would like to see one contract, right? But if everybody has their own individual contract, sometimes things are put in there that are personal things for the coach that they want to do. And they should be combined, and everything should be the same and follow the CIF regulations. You guys are doing a great job, right? We're starting to build some sports. We're starting to build, we got new leagues coming in. Like we've never had a JV soccer, girls soccer, right? We got girls wrestling. I mean, we got things going on here. But these kids are double duty. 2 sports at one time. That's why it's happening, okay? So we got to make sure we take care of these kids, healthy, education, and in sports. So anyway, I think you guys are doing a great job. I think we just follow through a little bit, okay?
Okay, so one of my biggest concerns is making sure that not only the head coaches receive training, but all the walk-on coaches, even at the junior high. Everybody has to be trained, because we all have to be trained, as to what we can and cannot do, and how, we just mutual respect, with our students, the way you talk to them, the way you communicate things, everything has to be at a certain level professional. We have to make sure our kids are not being put down or anything like that. That's one of the main reasons that we also want to have the band, so that we know exactly everybody knows what is being said to a child or a parent or whatever that is. So yes, you can have one contract for everybody, and then if you need to do an addendum at the bottom, then do that. But I think as long as everybody knows the exact rules, that would make it so much easier. So yeah, I would like to see the final draft of a contract or contracts or whatever is gonna happen.
Just one last thing is, the only way a coach loses their rights is when they violate civil rights of a child. Okay? Period. They lose their rights in closed session or closed practices, all that stuff is gone out the window. Okay, so they need to be aware of that too. They need to be very careful what they say to these children, right? Because it destroys their whole, it destroys them just by something that comes out of their mouth that may not be true, right? Or restricting them to speak may not be true. I think we need to be very, very careful with that, and it's all about CIF. It's about this training and regulations and uplifting these kids. That's what this sports is about. Our whole district is that way. It's about the kids. We wouldn't be here without the kids. So.
Yeah, but we do really appreciate
We
everything
do,
you've done.
'cause I know it's not
We
easy.
really do, even though we're here saying this, but, you know,
Yeah.
we need to make things continually better, right? If we don't try to fix things when they're small, then things are gonna get bad and ugly. So we really do appreciate everything you do, and we're hoping that this will be resolved really quickly, that's all.
Appreciate it.
Any other questions or concerns?
It's a lot of work, but I know you guys can do it. Appreciate it.
Awesome. Awesome. Yep. Just want to say thank you to the staff. I know you guys are doing a great job. And just having you guys here today is awesome, you know, because it shows we're making progress for the students and the parents and making everything seamless. And that's what I see from what's happening. You know, we're moving forward, making those changes for positive changes for the students and the parents. And you guys are doing that. You guys are behind the scenes and making sure everything's followed through. So we appreciate what you guys are doing. And you guys coming up today is just really highlighting that and, you know, showing the community that we're doing what's best for them and that they could trust their students here with us and, you know, with our principals and our AD. So thank you guys for joining us tonight, and we appreciate the presentation.
Thank you.
Just want to say thank you as well. But I first want to say thank you to the board for addressing this and advocating. The three gentlemen that are here and Mr. Our athletic director at the junior high that is not here, they've been working very hard. They've taken this very serious. They had already had this presentation ready, but they wanted to refine it. A lot of changes are happening, specifically at Farmersville High School and junior high school when it comes to sports. As Mr. Sanchez eloquently said, they all go through him first. There's first impact there, and that foundation is being built there. What Dr. Gonzalez and Mr. Mesa are doing there at Farmersville High School is just adding on to that, right? And then making it, refining it just a little bit more because CIF comes into play. So I want to thank you for the time that you put in. Thank you so very much.
Awesome. Alrighty, moving on to 11.2, approval of donation from Itsunami Ruel DBA Los Viejones Barbershop for Farmersville High School wrestling program.
Motion.
Second.
Motion by Alice, second by Zamora. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried 4-0. 11.3, approval of donation from City of Farmersville for Farmersville High School wrestling program.
Motion with a comment.
Second.
Motion by John, second by Miss Alice with the question.
No, just a comment. I appreciate the
Comment.
city backing up these kids. That was a great donation, starting a new program, and it's going well. Girls are doing great. Appreciate it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Nice. Yes, thank you, Mr. Paul Boyer. Any questions?
No questions. You know, this is going to be a tremendous help, especially now that we have so many of our young ladies participating in wrestling. So, thank you.
Awesome. Yep, with the UFC and the women's division, definitely you could prepare them here at the high school.
It's a new pathway.
Amen. Definitely is. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried 4-0. 11.4, approval of California Mathematics Council Central Symposium on March 13th through 14th, 2026 at Bakersfield, California.
Motion.
Second.
Motion by Zamora, second by Miss Alice. 12.0, curriculum, any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried 4-0. 12.0, curriculum. 12.1, approval of SELPA Alternative Dispute Resolution, ADR Conference 2026 on March 19th through 20th, 2026 at Riverside, California.
Motion.
Abstain.
Motion by Alice,
Second.
second by John.
Did you say abstain?
and abstain. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
With an abstain from Mr. Zamora. Any opposed? Motion carried 3-0.
3-1.
Oh, 3-1.
0-1.
3-1-0. 12.2, ratification independent contract agreement with Pro Therapy and Farmersville Unified School District, SLP, for the 2025 through 2026 school year.
Motion.
Second.
Motion by John, second by Ms. Alice. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried 4-0. 12.3, approval of career technical education, CTE Ag Small Animal Farm.
Motion.
Second.
Motion by Zamora, second by Ms. Alice. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried 4-0. 12.4, approval of Every Child Impact Summit 2026 on January 29th through 30th, 2026 at San Jose, California.
Motion.
Second.
Motion by Alice, second by Zamora. 12.5, any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried 4-0. 12.5, approval of Daybreak Mental Health Agreement.
Motion.
Motion by Alice.
Second.
Second by Zamora. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried 4-0. 12.6, approval of School Garden Memorandum of Understanding, MOU, Freedom Elementary - Food League.
Motion. Second.
Motion by John, second by Zamora. Any questions?
Just a comment, I think this is a great opportunity for our kids to grow something and eat something fresh that they have grown themselves. So this is going to be really nice.
Definitely.
Hands-on, minds-on activities.
So this is from Food Link, right?
We're gonna have chili,
Awesome.
right? Have chili?
Salsa? Salsa
We'll have some
competition.
salsa eventually.
Awesome. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried 4-0. Moving on to 12.7, approval of Bridge Grant Children Youth Behavioral Health Initiative.
Motion.
Second.
Motion by Alice, second by Zamora. Any questions? All in favor?
Wait a minute, the date, is that correct?
12.7, June 30th, July 1st through June 30th? 2025.
July 1st, 2025? Is that correct?
Typo. Huh? Where's that?
Just want to make sure.
That is a typo. Just the month long.
26.
26.
Well,
It's still off.
well, that would be backwards
It's
then.
still off.
So correction?
No, that is correct. I
Or-
apologize. That is
correct.
correct.
That
That's
is
the bridge
correct?
grant. Yeah, the bridge grant from July 1st of 2025, which is the beginning of this year.
Okay,
Right.
Through
retroactive.
the end of this year.
Okay, I
It's
just,
the extra
all right.
150. Forgive me.
Thank you.
Okay, so just to be clear, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried 4-0. 12.8, approval of memorandum of understanding with City of Farmersville and Farmersville Unified School District 2025 through 2026 for school resource officer.
Motion.
Second.
Motion by John,
Yes.
second by Zamora. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried 4-0. Moving on to 13.0, personnel. 13.1, approval of certified personnel. Item 13.1.1.
Move.
Second.
Motion by Alice, second by Zamora. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried 4-0. 13.2, approval of classified personnel. Item 13.2.1.
Motion.
Second.
Motion by Zamora, second by Alice. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried 4-0. 13.3, personnel action report, information only. 13.4, approval of administration management pay for summer school.
Motion.
Second.
Motion by John, second by Zamora. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried 4-0. 13.5, approval of potential use of certificated substitutes during summer school.
Motion.
Second.
Motion by John, second by Alice?
Zamora.
Zamora. Second by Zamora. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried 4-0. 13.6, approval to lease employee uniforms for the 2025 through 2026 school year.
Motion.
Motion by Alice.
Second.
Second by Zamora. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried 4-0. 13.7, approval of memorandum of understanding, MOU, between Farmersville Unified School District and California School Employees Association, CSEA, Chapter 518, reclassification of maintenance worker to maintenance worker 2.
Motion.
Motion by John,
Second.
second by Zamora. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried 4-0. Moving on to 13.8. Approval of memorandum of understanding, MOU, between Farmersville Unified School District and California School Employees Association, CSEA, Chapter 518, reclassification of maintenance worker to maintenance worker bus driver.
Motion.
Second.
Motion by John, second by Alice. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried 4-0. 13.9, approval of memorandum of understanding, MOU, between Farmersville Unified School District and California School Employees Association, CSEA, Chapter 518, revision of a community liaison, job description, and salary range adjustments.
Motion.
Second.
Motion by John, second by Alice. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried 4-0. 13.10, approval of memorandum of understanding, MOU, between Farmersville Unified School District and California School Employees Association, CSEA, Chapter 518, revision of preschool teacher, classified job description.
Motion.
Second.
Motion by Alice, second by Zamora. Any questions? All in favor? Any opposed? Motion carried 4-0. Moving on to 14.0, board business. 14.1, consideration of any item any member of the board wishes to have on a future agenda or provide a written update. Starting with Ms. Alice.
No, I can't think of anything other than updates on our fire alarm. And of course, next steps for our cafeteria.
I know we talked about it, but it would be nice if they could provide at least like a rough draft, at least of the contract, if it's possible, and we could throw on the same contract, we just could throw whatever platform is that they're gonna be using for communication. That way it's well known for everybody what's gonna be used.
So I'm hearing rough draft of the athletic contract,
Yes.
rough draft?
Yes. No, like, plenty of time.
Oh, sorry. Good the days. COP, if we can get a list of COPs that we have, and the budget for the new cafeteria. Kind of a budget on that, if we have anything going yet, and if it's gone out to bid, or how far are we from that, an update on that. And then the ag, I know Tony's got things going out there, we're moving forward with that. The budget for the completion of electrical and plumbing for the DSA inspection. Everything else we're gonna get in place, if we can get that situated and budgeted out and get it out before they come, that'd be great, all right? Thanks.
Just moving on to like the next season of sports, just want to make sure all the students have the right gear, anything they need. Just making sure we're on top of that with AD. If he needs anything, they can relay that to you.
Okay.
Awesome.
So fire alarm and cafeteria update from Mrs. Lopez. Rough draft of the athletic contract, potentially with the communication platform. COP list. We're work with our CBO to get that going, and budget of the cafeteria, and then the DSA inspection regarding the plumbing.
Electrical plumbing, yeah.
Okay.
Requirement, yeah.
And then gear for sports at our sites,
Mhm.
plural. Yep.
Junior high and high school. And then also like, I guess checking into PE, cause I know sometimes we use those, color aid things, I don't know.
The pennies?
Yeah, just make sure they have enough for that.
Oh, one thing also, I'm sorry, if we could, it all has to do with sports and budgeting for next year, uniforms, stuff like that. I know it's an expensive thing, but somebody says we have a little bit extra money, maybe we can plan ahead. It'd be nice to see our kids looking good when they go play other schools or even at home, all right, a little sharper maybe, all right? So anyway, see what we can do with that. And again, not this year, next year, but let's get something in the budget.
And then just to add this note, because I did see the after-school program bought little jerseys for the kids for when they played. So the after-school program now has sports.
Correct.
And they bought jerseys for the students, which they went to go play, I believe, Woodlake. And I just liked how they looked. They're doing kickball right now. And I
Sure.
just want to applaud Alma and the after-school program for providing the students with that. You know, that really shines and makes the kids look probably proud of what they're doing out there. Feel more like a team. Cool. Alrighty. Any questions or comments? Or moving forward? Alrighty. Moving forward with 15.0, business services. 15.1, ratification, high efficiency, no cost water heater upgrade proposal for Farmersville Unified School District school sites with Southern California Gas Program.
Motion with a question.
Oh, go ahead.
Motion by John, second by Zamora. Any questions?
A question, probably should ask you before, Emmanuel, but some of this funding that's there available, can we use it internally or it has to be externally, on labor and things like that?
So everything has to do with the company that we're going through, so this company, and
So-
they get paid by Southern California Edison to put high efficiency.
So we're not able to do anything or receive any money from the grant? Okay.
Correct, but
All right.
the beautiful thing about this program is it's the return on investment longevity. So if you look at the estimated savings of 84 to 180, that's good to 5 to 10 years, depending on which equipment we choose.
Exactly, with the install hot water heaters, we should save a fortune. I was thinking more of removing stuff, having it prepared for them to come in, whatever we can get.
Right.
You might mention that to them and maybe, we can do something like that, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
All right, thanks.
Alrighty. All in favor?
Right.
Any opposed? Motion carried 4-0. 15.3, approval of budget revision number 4.
Motion.
Second. 15.2 is the other
15.
zero
Oh,
emission
sorry,
vehicle.
I did circle that. Moving back to 15.2, adoption of resolution number 07-01-27-26, authorizing application and administration of zero emission vehicle ZEV program grants electric carts.
Motion.
Second with a question.
Motion by Alice, second by John. Any questions?
Tony's not here, but, within that contract, it goes everything from electric mowers, riders, carts, the whole ball of wax. And the removal of the old stuff. I know State of California is moving to the point of getting rid of gas, period. The old equipment and stuff like that can be sold or?
We could, yeah, there's a market for that through
Landscapers.
Gov. Something. and,
Yeah.
Yeah,
put it up for auction.
my thing is, don't get rid of everything because,
Yeah, only the good stuff will keep.
because, electricity isn't always guaranteed, just like power outages and so forth. And if we need to get something done with the gas, then we need it. Just like with the buses, they can only go so far until they need to be charged. So we need to make sure we keep at least one of each or something if we
And then
can.
within that, solar charging station. Whether we lose power or not, if we have a solar charging
Talking
station.
about batteries themselves so that we can hold on to it.
Exactly,
Correct.
not only charging, but a storage, charging station that's not connected to the grid, in case of, you know what I mean?
We're currently, we have an allotment for that. We're currently working with an outside vendor to try to guarantee that happens before our allotment expires.
Cool, all right.
Perfect. Okay, moving forward, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried 4-0. Moving back to 15.3, approval of budget revision number 4.
Motion.
Second.
Motion by John, second by Zamora. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried 4-0. 17.0, future meeting dates. 17.1, February 10th, 2026, February 24th, 2026. If you cannot make it, please.
I will not be here on the 24th.
Awesome, thank you. And if anybody else cannot make it, please let
24th for
Mr. Mendez know, and he'll definitely take care of that for you.
So I have to be here.
Okay.
So now I can be back on the 23rd, maybe get my packet when I come back or something, and then take off again. I'll be here. All right.
Perfect. Okay, moving on to 19.0, policies, administrative regulations. 19.1, second reading approval of policy regulation 5145.13, response to immigration enforcement.
Motion.
Second.
Motion by John, second by Alice. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried 4-0. 20.0, adjournment to close, but what we'll be talking about in our closed session is 20.1, conference with labor negotiator G.C.54957.6. It is the intention of the board to meet in closed session to review its position and to instruct its designated rep agency, designated representative Manuel Mendez, name of organization, FTA, CSEA management, and we'll be discussing 20.2, public employee discipline, dismissal, release, complaint, gov.code 54957, and also 20.3, conference with legal counsel, anticipated litigation, significant exposure to litigation pursuant to subdivision D, 2, and E of section 54956.9, one case. We'll close this at 7:57. Okay, we'll open up this session at 9:08. Moving on to 21.0, action taken on closed session items. 21.1, conference with labor negotiator G.C.54957.6. It is the intention of the board to meet in closed session to review its position and to instruct its designated rep agency, designated representative Manuel Mendez, name of organization, FTA, CSEA, management, no action taken. 21.2, public employee discipline, dismissal, release, complaint, gov.code 54957, no action taken. 21.3, conference with legal counsel, anticipated litigation, significant exposure to litigation pursuant to subdivision D2 and E of section 54956.9. First case, no action taken. 22.0, adjournment at 9:09.
Motion.
Second.
Motion by Alice, second by Zamora. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?